Hey there, hi there, ho there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Oh, now Serenity's getting cold. She's a little chilly. Oh, this is frustratingly the second time I'm trying to record this one because my phone ran out of storage. I wanted to tell you that at the end, but now I'm telling you that at the beginning here because Serenity threw me off because she's shaking because she's so cold. Yeah, we're doing another story though. One that I just read to myself apparently because it was not recording. So yeah, hopefully I do a better job this second time. Look at that. It's not technically the first take, but it's still an unedited take. So yeah, this story is about an old telescope and a young boy named Alex. See, once upon a time, in a small coastal town, there was a young boy named Alex. Alex, he wasn't like all the other kids in town. Because you see, Alex, he had this insatiable curiosity. Curiosity unlike any of the other kids in town. Luckily for Alex, he's got this old hand-me-down telescope that he got from his grandfather. He inherited. This telescope, it meant a whole lot to Alex. It may not have been some newfangled fancy telescope with a whole bunch of tracking abilities and fancy technology in it. No, it was a old school telescope, classic kind, ones that they've been using for centuries. The telescope, though old and a little a little rusty, held a special magic for Alex. Every night he'd climb onto the roof of his house, and Serenity would jump up and try and get herself picked up to get attention from Alex. That's right, you're in the story now, little girl. You want to be pretty for everybody? Yeah? No, you just want all the attention. Okay, okay. Uh, and after he'd grab Serenity, he'd carefully climb up onto his roof and start aligning the telescope towards the night sky and lose himself in the twinkling wonders above. He'd spend hours sketching constellations, meticulously noting their positions and shapes, dreaming of the day he could explore the cosmos firsthand. Let me go down. One day, while cleaning the rusty old telescope, Alex noticed an almost unreadable inscription. It read, "To the curious mind, the universe unfolds." To the curious mind, the universe unfolds. Good quote Alex's grandfather left him. And Alex, he took that to heart. Almost brought a little bit of a tear to his eye, having a last message from good old Grandpa. He was captivated by these words, and they sparked a new determination within him. He started researching the history of astronomy, devouring books from the local library, learning about the lives of famous astronomers, and even reaching out to a retired professor at the nearby university for guidance. With each new piece of knowledge, Alex's ability to use the telescope grew. He got more and more skilled with this telescope. Just this old classic style telescope with no special abilities. He honed his abilities with just that telescope and his thirst for knowledge. With each new piece of knowledge, his ability with the telescope growing, he began to not just see stars, but galaxies far away, nebulas swirling in vibrant colors. Not like this abyssal black. That's what the majority of things look like. This abyssal black like serenity. He even occasionally would spot shooting stars. He started sharing his discoveries with his classmates, organizing stargazing sessions on the school grounds, and even presenting his findings at the local science fair. Alex was amazed with everything he'd be able to pull off with just this old, simple telescope left to him by his beloved grandfather. Years later, Alex, now a young man, was accepted into a prestigious astronomy program. His old telescope, though replaced by advanced technology, still held an important place in his heart. You see, he often looked at it, remembering the inscription and the journey it had inspired him to take. Alex's passions for learning, ignited by this simple telescope and his grandfather's words, had opened up a universe of possibilities, proving that even the most curious of minds can do anything with just the simplest of tools. Anybody can reach the stars. We should never stop learning, no matter how old we get or how simple the tools we have. I love that this story builds on the last one that I read because it reminds us not to always ask questions, but that we need to use the tools at our disposal to answer those questions. Don't just use Google and find the answer that way. And do also use Google to find the answer, but do your research and discover new things and stay curious. And also remember that I love you and thanks for watching. Serenity here. Oh, as she plays with the mic, she loves you too. You can click away now, but I'm going to keep talking and thank you for sticking around to this part because I'm going to ramble a little bit longer because I really need to get it out because um, I want I'm working on articulating myself still. And there's a little bit of rambling going on at the end of this one because I was really in my head about this video and I wanted to explain that a little bit because I don't know who to credit this story to. Uh, Not that I've been crediting the stories because I don't think that's the point of an inspirational story. The part of an inspirational story is to inspire people. But if you have heard this story and know who came up with it, primarily, feel free, please put them in the comments. People who write these amazing stories do deserve credit. Oh, cuteness. But I don't know because Google, as it's telling us with most things, told me that it came from AI. And if it did, I'm also okay with that because if it's to write a positive, inspiring story, I think that's a good thing for AI. There's a lot of scary things that AI can be used for, and I'm not in full support of it, but I think anything scary, if you're using it for good and for positivity, that's a good thing. So Serenity looks like she's crying because we're trying saline solution on her little eye boogies, which is making her look a lot better. So yeah, I was in my head on this one because I'm searching for lots of stories, and Google's starting to give me more and more of them telling me that they're coming from AI, and I don't really like that because I think everything should be made by us, but we also made AI. So I don't know. I'm getting way too much into a tangent on that. I'm gonna just keep trying to use these for a positive thing. I hope everything that you do is positive too, or at least tries to be. So if you listen to the rest of this ramble, thanks so much. Wow. I gosh, that's like the beginning of these. I'm hoping that these pick up. I'm in my head a whole lot. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna get going. Bye. Whoa, geez.